Caroline Hoek, thank you so very much for being with us for this very special edition of Ask the Author for our new book, Life After Trauma.
Thank you, Andrea, for asking me. It's a pleasure.
Well, I am so, we have so much to talk about because you have lived quite a full life. Now, obviously, we've already done one interview for the other book, Magic and Miracles, and that was full of wisdom. But what you're also sharing in this book is something that I think so many people on this planet need to know about. And that is that we are not defined or limited by the things that happen in our past. And even when we give up on life or give up on ourselves, we can even move on from that and grow. So many things to talk about, but I think what is really striking is the difference that I see. So obviously I met you and I didn't know anything about your past. All I could see is this radiant, shining, so open, like you have this openness about you that is just lovely. And so when I first read the story that you shared, I thought, wait, what?
Yes. Yes, I get a reaction often. Yeah. Yeah, because, it's not on a day-to-day basis that you meet somebody who has been a prostitute.
Exactly. And someone who's willing to say that
Yes.
Based on some experiences in your childhood where you were on this, on the end of men just taking,
Yes.
You actually made a conscious decision where you said, okay, now I'm calling the shots. Tell me about that.
Yeah. Well, the sexual abuse started when I was 10. And I come from a troubled background altogether. So the abuse is only a small part of it.
Yeah.
And my biological father turned out not to be the man my mother was married to. So a lot of things were going on with men not being honest, using me in a way, and me not feeling who I was and really thinking that I wasn't welcome on this earth. Mm. And then when I was 23, I felt, okay, so I dropped out of school. It's really hard for me to relate with friends. And I feel that people are playing with me. I want to just turn it around. Mm-hmm. And, all those guys who think you can have your way with me, then you have to pay. Mm-hmm. That's what I felt I should do to regain my power. I really was convinced that doing this would regain my power and gave me a sense of freedom too. With me calling the shots, having money to do nice things. I wanted to buy a piano, which I did.
Yeah. So the way that you tell the story in this book, Life After Trauma, was beautiful. Like, you're a beautiful writer, so it was really disturbing on one level because you're really describing the day that you said, okay, I am now on my way to this brothel. Yes. And learning all the tricks of the trade and how, which room is this and which room is that. It was really striking. But from one moment of having this sense of power, you left the brothel, you were on your way back to your real home, and somebody stopped you in the park.
Yes, I had been working late. I didn't do it that often. I mostly work daytimes. But I don't know, I worked late. And when I walked home, I felt a bit reluctant to enter the park, actually, because I felt, should I do this? But then, the radio came in and I thought, oh, come on, Caroline, you can do this. And of course, and you don't have to be afraid. And so, yes, I entered the park. And then from the left side, I saw somebody moving towards me, and then it was a guy, and he came up to me, and he said, "Yeah, and now we're going to fuck." And I thought, oh my goodness, was he a client? No, I don't know this guy. So I tried to talk my way out of it and said, but I work in the Brothel, you can come over there. No, because I thought, maybe
You're
I
like,
can just...
Here's my card, see me during working hours.
Yeah, then we see another time. But he was really, he was just angry, and he just wanted to feel his power. And so the more I wanted to talk and reason with him, the more angry he became. Mm. So then it really turned into an ugly fight. Yes, it did.
And that was really a turning point for you, because you made it out of the park. Some kind woman let you use her phone.
Yes.
And then through this process of your own, healing from him smacking you, you decided to go back to the brothel.
Yes. Yes, because there was this voice in me that was so strong that I should do this. That even I did it in tears. And my boyfriend said, "Listen, Caroline, you don't have to do this. Yeah. You don't have to." But I just feel this urge. No, I should, I must, I did. Wow. With bruises still, I went back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously there wasn't that much self-worth at that point. Mm-hmm. And I really thought I should do this, and there was no other life for me out there.
Yeah.
That I was convinced of. Yeah.
But not only had you survived the sexual trauma from childhood and then this trauma in the park, you also are a survivor of a suicide attempt. Because
yes.
At some point you realized you really weren't the one calling the shots, and that sense of hopelessness really took on a whole new meaning.
Yes, absolutely. One day I woke up and I thought, what were you thinking, Caroline, that you were calling the shots? Those guys, they come, they go, they never give you a second thought. And actually, when I first entered the brothel, I was the new face, the new body, especially. So all the men picked me, and I didn't really have to do all the tricks and all the things. But then again, I had to do my best because there was another newcomer, or that, they already knew me. And then I felt again, see, I'm just not worthy. And if even a guy in a park thinks he can have his way, and your parents didn't really want you, why not just leave this earth? Yeah. So first I was put into a psychiatric ward because I only had the thoughts, and my boyfriend at the time, who turned to be my husband later on, by the way.
So you told him, so he knew that you were really feeling like there was no reason to go on living.
Absolutely. He taught me in seeking help, and then I was institutionalized, you call it, I believe, in a psychiatric ward. But I didn't feel I belonged there, so I knew that the first weekend I would have leave. I would do it.
Wow.
Yes. So Hans picked me up, my boyfriend. We went to his place. The next morning I said, well, I have to do some groceries. I see when I get back. But then I went straight on to my house, and I wanted to do it with gas, because I thought with gas I would just like doze off, and I don't know, I thought it would be a humane way, because when people would find me, it was not be all bloody, or I don't know, I thought it would be a humane way to do it.
So you turned on the gas stoves in the kitchen?
Yeah, but I had to first close everything, with how do you call it, sticky tape or
Tape,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, so really to really prevent oxygen to get in, and I turned everything on, and I was just sitting on the floor and waiting.
Did you write a note? Did you tell people?
No.
Wow. But then there was the doorbell ringing.
Yes.
Thank God.
Now.
Yes, I know you weren't very happy about it then, and they're saying, "Open the door." Well, how did they know? How did they know to come?
Well, because my boyfriend sensed, this
Something's
is not
wrong.
this is not good. But since he comes from a troubled background, and he just knew, I cannot go there. I cannot go there and be of help. I have to call really the police or the professionals at least to go there and take her out of there, because he didn't know what to expect. So the doorbell rang, and two police guys. But I was already in this state of leaving.
Yeah.
I was so numb and so not willing to connect anymore that I didn't talk until they brought me to the closed ward, because obviously I needed protection for myself.
And it was in this new psychiatric ward. You were put into this one little single solitary room.
Yes. We're talking 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So in that time, it was really like sterile.
Yeah.
And they had this bed in the middle with straps hanging loosely on either side. And it was really, psychiatric.
Yeah.
And there was just a chair and a cabin to put some clothes in it. And I think that was it. But the lady who showed me around and brought me to my room, she was really very, very kind. Mm-hmm. And this kindness was really melting me. Mm. It was helping me to open up a little. And, even thinking back, I feel gratitude for her kindness and her loving presence. And so I was there, and evening came, and I went to sleep, and then the next morning, incredible, I woke up, I went to sit, and all of a sudden this voice came and said, Caroline, since you're here, why not just make the best of it? I thought, yes, again. And it's beyond words, the shift that entered my mind, because, now I know everything is from the mind, but obviously I didn't know back then. And so what I now conceive as the voice of Holy Spirit came and really gave me a way out, and that I could choose. And the thing is that it really calmed me down so much, not in the sense that I was happy, but in a sense that I felt, okay, I can choose. Why not make the best of it? I can choose life over death if I want to. Mm-hmm. And I did.
Yes. Thank God. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. So I think it's dramatic that little bit of kindness from that woman just started to open things up. And then one night in this place, and that hearing the voice of the Holy Spirit, and then you're saying, you're being told you need to sign this paper that says you agree that you will not try to take your life. And you're like, I can sign it, but, I've already decided. I choose life.
Yep.
It's remarkable. Yeah. So now in your work as a transpersonal psychotherapist, You're also doing a lot of teaching in A Course in Miracles. You're really helping people to have these non-judgmental conversations about all the crap that goes on in our minds when we do give up on life and judge ourselves and all of this. So tell me a little bit about your work now with Good Life Guidance.
Yes. Well, what I first did, and I really want to emphasize this because I really believe that everything is a lesson.
Yeah.
If we want to, we can perceive it as a lesson. So even the abuse and even, everything that happened, I really feel grateful for now. There is so much gratitude for the lessons.
Like that is such a huge sign of like spiritual maturity.
Yes.
So what do you think the lessons were from all the way from the childhood abuse and on and on and on? What was the lesson for you to learn in this lifetime?
Forgiveness. Simple as that. Forgiveness. That I can either stay in my grudge and victimhood and thinking that everyone is against me. But if I would perceive in that, then it means that I am against me. Mm. Because now I know, like with what this nurse did with her loving kindness, opening up, helping me opening up. That's what it's all about. And we can choose to be this kindness. Yeah. And now I can see that those people, they all had a role in my play. Yeah. And they were playing it perfectly. Yeah. And so for me, the forgiveness is about really, again and again, because obviously it's not a day-to-day basis that I'm in this mindset, but I can really help myself in getting back very quickly when I see that I'm judging again, or when I feel a bit in my victim, or I feel, whatever personal stuff comes up, that I can go back and no, this is not true because everything is a projection. Mm-hmm. So what those people were telling me also was that I wasn't really kind to me. Yeah. And if I start to be kind to me, people open up and start to be kind to me. And then actually, since I'm still here, better make the most of it, better make it a loving place. And that's how I perceive it now. And that's my message about kindness, about being soft, about being awake to these harsh voices that we can have within ourselves, and that we don't have to listen to it. I listened to myself when I went into the brothel after the attack. But now I know if we feel that, we can choose again. We can choose love, because that is actually all there is. And all the other things are just fragments of our imagination. And I have perceived it so many times. And so what I did first is I worked with traumatized clients, especially that came from abuse, both men and women. And I think I could be very good at it because I was experienced.
Right.
I never kept it a secret. If I felt it would be helpful for my clients, I told them a little bit of my background so they could ease. Yeah. So be an example. And that's exactly what I think we can all be. Be this example of whatever we have been encountering. We can choose this love and this stillness almost inside. Yes. There is this beautiful word I learned from Francis from Assisi. Mm-hmm. Is it? Say it? And it's called equanimity. Mm. I love it. I love that word.
Yeah.
Yes. So when I read books about him, always tears come to his eyes because I can feel the energy of being in this balance of love and kindness.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I can talk the whole day about this, Andrea.
I know you can. And I know that people can also visit your website, goodlifeguidance.com, and take advantage of some of your upcoming workshops. So you're facilitating, of course, you work with people one-on-one, and but you can also join Caroline for workshops where you can start working through some of these issues.
Yes, and even I do groups every month about A Course in Miracles, and I'm starting them online too, because I really feel this calling to go out there and share the word.
Yeah, so your groups on A Course in Miracles, they're in Dutch and held in the Netherlands, or are they in English?
Well, the group where we go face to face, and that's in Dutch. But when we go face to face through Zoom, I'm very happy to go in English.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, it's such a gift that you're sharing your wisdom and your heart around the world now, and stepping up to take it up to that next level with doing online groups and workshops and such in English, so that more of us can take advantage of it. It's so inspiring, really, Caroline. Like what you are living, you are the living proof that we can have a happy, thriving life after trauma. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for sharing so generously.
It was a pleasure. Yes.
So thank you, my friend. I will see you again soon.
Yeah. Bye, Andrea.
Did you enjoy that interview? I sincerely hope so. If you did, please click the like button and share this video with someone else who needs to know that no matter what drama or trauma you have endured, there is a happy life waiting for you. It's a matter of choice. And if you or somebody you know has a story of resilience, of being able to thrive even after surviving some of life's worst lessons, then please check out the publishing options at makeyourmarkglobal.com, and we just might feature you or publish your own book in the coming months. So my friend, until we meet again, please remember that you are a gift to this world. So share your presence with passion. Much love.